Hello, today I'll be fixing this boat. This boat has leaks in certain places. The body of the boat has two parts, the top and the bottom one. I've already released the screws and am able to separate this body parts. And the problem of this boat is that some water is getting inside. I'm not sure if water is getting through these lines here, but I'm sure that the water is getting through this lock here. When water gets on top of the boat, it gets through this lock. So I know that I will not be able to waterproof this boat 100%, but I will try to do my best now to avoid certain leaks. Also, the box where the circuit board was located got leaks as well. So you see there is an old seal falling off, so I'm gonna clean it and apply new silicone on it. This is the circuit board that got wet, and my remote control stopped synchronizing with the boat, so I had to apply some lubricant and clean the circuit board to make it work again. There already was a rust that built up due to water. When I cleaned it, the receiver started working. So if you get into the same situation, it's possible to save your circuit board if it gets wet by cleaning it with a WD-40 lubricant, for example. I'll be using a regular silicone which is used in household, and what I'm gonna do first is to apply a lot of silicone on this circuit board to isolate it from water, and then I'll put it into this box and put some silicone on here to make this box waterproof as well. Then I'll apply silicone around the cables that will be coming out of this box to ensure water doesn't get inside at all. Then I'll apply silicone around this part to make sure that when I bring these two parts together there won't be any leaks. And then I'll try to apply some silicone on the lock to cover some spaces to minimize water getting inside. And then I'll also apply some silicone under this cap. I'll try to create a thin layer of silicone, then wait until it dries so that when I put the cap back on, it will function like a gasket. For large areas I'll be using just the tube to pour the silicone in, and for areas where I need thin layer of silicone I will use this adapter. So I put these two parts together. I put all screws back now, and after squeezing all of them we have silicone coming out. So we need to clean it now. So to clean this thing you'll have to have some water, add some soap in it, You'll need also a paper towel, and the way you do it is this way. Just you clean it up, and once you remove some silicone, you'll have it on your fingers, and then you'll have to put it on the paper towel and continue doing it until you remove all of it. And after that you can just clean it up with a paper towel as well. I put silicone around the edges of this opening, and on the cap I applied some soap. Now I'm gonna put this cap on this opening, and I think the soap will avoid silicone sticking to the cap, and when silicone dries, the silicone will acquire the shape of the cap. So now the cap is in its place, the silicone is around the cap. I won't touch it and wait until it dries. Now the silicone dried. I will try to open the cap. It should require some force to open it. And as you can see, the cap did not stick to the silicone. I can still feel the soap on it. And you can see that the silicone acquired the shape of the cap edges. Now we can clean the excess of the silicone by putting the cap back using a cutter. Now let's check if the silicone worked. It dried, I waited for 24 hours, and now I'm gonna see if any water gets inside of the boat. And I don't see water getting inside, so it works. Now I'll put the cap on it. So I remove the cap, and let's see if we have something here. Well, less water, but still the cap is not perfectly sealed, but for me it will be enough. In the very beginning I was not expecting the cap to be perfectly sealed, so for me that will work.